Hello viewers, it's me, Mario, woohoo! Welcome back to Super Mario Storytime. Today, I'll be telling you about the story of the Little Red Riding Hood. So, without further ado, let's go! So, once upon a time, there was a Little Red Riding Hood. She was strolling through the forest happily, with a basket filled with goods like food. She was going to give these to her sick grandmother. However, as she was moving through the woods, she noticed a little something, an animal. It was a big, bad wolf, but she didn't know that it was a big and a bad. She just thought it was a regular wolf. The wolf then asked the Little Red Riding Hood what she was doing. The Little Red Riding Hood, unaware of the concept of stranger danger, replied by saying that she was going to go give her grandmother some food. The wolf nodded, and then the wolf asked another question. He asked where the grandmother's house was. The Red Riding Hood then again told him the answer. She pointed to where the house was, and the wolf thanked her for her help. The wolf then went away back into the bushes, where he then started to form a plan on how he could get his hands on the food that the Little Red Riding Hood had in her basket. As the little girl went away, the wolf then tried to find the grandmother's house using the directions that the Little Red Riding Hood gave her. Eventually, he managed to find the grandmother's house, and then he decided to infiltrate it. Inside the grandmother's house was the grandmother lying in bed. She was obviously still sick, but everything was fine, until the big bad wolf came in. The wolf decided that he was going to pretend to be the grandma, so he knocked out the grandma and hid her away in the closet. Then he took some of the extra clothes that the grandmother had and cosplayed as grandmother, and he also tucked himself into bed afterwards. The Little Red Riding Hood then finally arrived to her grandmother's home, but upon seeing her grandmother, she was a little bit confused and perplexed by her appearance. She looked different. She asked why her teeth was so sharp, or why her eyes were so big and scary, or why her nose was so big, or why she was so hairy. But then she finally realized the horrible, ugly truth. It was not her grandma. It was the big bad wolf that she encountered in the forest. The wolf then got up and threatened the girl, saying that she was going to eat her and her grandmother, which he kept in the closet after knocking her out. The little girl screamed and was scared. She kept yelling out, "Help! Help! Help!" Outside the home was a woodsman. He heard the cry for help and made it into the house, where he then shot the wolf and rescued the Little Red Riding Hood and her grandmother. The wolf was now dead, and the Little Red Riding Hood and her grandmother thanked the woodsman for his work. Well, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this story. Well, thank you so much for listening to episode 3 of Super Mario's Storytime. Make sure to subscribe to my channel and leave a like on this video, and maybe even share it with a few friends. Anyways, bye bye. Have a good time.